Hi everyone, welcome to Intuitive Talks with your host Adanina. Um, we're into it, you into it, we into it, we all into it. I just intuited into it and I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. Today I'm doing um, I'm doing my seasonal feelings. I'm going to be giving you my seasonal feelings um, for Virgo season, in respect of Virgo season that has passed. We are in Sagittarius season, and I know that I have a video that you know. In that video, I also apologize for having not posted for a while. Before I started posting for Thanksgiving and Sagittarius season. So this video is, even though Virgo season has passed, um, I remember doing videos for Virgo season. However, I didn't do my I didn't do my seasonal feelings about this sign, but I think the video will really be about my experience with Virgo men and Virgo women, and I'm trying to I'm trying to make it I'm trying to make this video like a whole experience and what I feel, but I think it will be a mixture of all of them. Forgive me, I have my ninth house in Gemini and Sagittarius. Sagittarius for me is in the third house, so communication, and that immutable is a mutable sign, a mutable energy or whatever. So forgive me if I'm all over the place. I was just feeling that like I said, I didn't do any, seasonal feelings for in respect of the Virgo season. But I want to really focus on, you know, me as an Aries, like Aries experience with Virgo people. You understand? And both men and women have made a major impact in my life, but for some reason, I mean, even though I focus on the women, it's like I more focused on the men. So that is why I was saying men, because I'm thinking more about the men. I think Gemini, the slogan for it or the motto for it is I think, I believe, I believe it the motto is I think. So forgive me if I'm too far from the camera. Um, I'm still an amateur at this. I'm growing, I'm learning on, camera angles. I don't have my own laptop right now. So therefore, I have to beg to gain access to laptop right now. So if you don't mind, yes, I am begging for help for you to give me, donate to me if you want. And yeah, give me money. My cash app is NNENN3. Once again, my cash app is NNENN3. So you can donate to me generously, and I will greatly appreciate it. Um, yeah. Yes, I'm gonna focus. Yeah, this video is going to focus on my experience as an Aries woman or as an Aries experience with Virgo people. Um, Keep in mind, I may focus more on the men. You understand? I may focus more on the men, and depending on how I do in this video, I'll know what the title is really, really gonna be. So, yeah, let's get started. Once again, if I've not said this, I want to say happy belated birthday to all Virgos who celebrated their birthdays from the time of August 23, 2020, up until September 22, 2020. I hope you had a nice time. Um, yeah, I hope you had a nice time. I hope you had fun to celebrate yourself because it was your birthday. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm an Aries. I'm kind of like a Pisces. I'm on the Pisces Aries cusp, but I'm an Aries. So my experience with Virgo people in general, has it been favorable to me or unfavorable? Uh, I would be lying if I said it was not both. But um and this is where I just psych into being, saying my seasonal feelings about Virgo and Virgo season. Well, Virgos to me, when I see them, they give me some kind of discipline, like they are like the disciplinarian, whether they do it nicely or not. You know, usually earth signs when I see them, especially Capricorn women, like, or even Capricorn in general, I have to be disciplined in some way, and they do it in like the best or worst way, trying to teach me how to be disciplined. You understand? So, this sign, Virgo, is the number one sign that makes me feel like I have to be disciplined, or they might be tough on me. This is where like the tough love comes from, or just being tough with their lessons, with me. You understand? And it's not all bad. It's just that, as I've known Virgos, Virgo people, they're a sign of perfection. You understand? They are a perfectionist type of sign. Um, and if you don't do things a certain way, they can't deal with you. Like if you're unhealthy, they can't deal with you. They consider it a sin. And Virgos, they represent the virgin. You understand? Virgins. What do you think about when you see a virgin? A virgin is pure. A virgin is chaste. A virgin is, she's innocent. So it's kind of like Virgos, they don't know anything that is dirty. You understand? Not saying that they don't know, but it's kind of like that's just the makeup of their sign. You understand? It's if I'm not mistaken, it represents the cards in the tarot. It represents the high priest or high priestess. So, and that's the relationship that I get with them, is kind of like high priest, high priestess. Even though for me, when I look at the high priestess card, it really, really gives me the vibes of Aquarius. Like when I see Aquarius sign, or I see the card, the high priestess card, it makes me feel like Aquarius is really, really like the Aquarius women and even men, but especially the women are like the high priestess archetype. Even men also, the Aquarius men, they represent the high priest archetype. Um, yes, I may be saying this because I have stellium in Aquarius. So yes, I always feel as though I'm like a high priestess or something. Even when I'm not trying to be, you understand, I always feel like, you know, things need to be done a certain way. Even if I do it in another way, it's like I have to do it in like a pure fashion, in like a, pure way or something like that. And, you know, um, throughout the years now, I've been understanding that I need to function as a Virgo. And I believe that that is what Virgo people they're teaching me uh to be like them. You understand? It's kind of like with Virgos when I watch them, even though their archetype is supposed to be the high priest of high priestess, it's like they don't really have the heart of being that. They just like a servant. You understand? And that's another thing. Virgo represents the servant. You understand? Like, the servant of the living God. Like if they're serving Leo. You understand? Because if I'm not mistaken, Leos, I mean Virgos, they have a karmic relationship with, what are they calling them? What are they calling it? Leos. You understand? So it's just natural for a Virgo wanting to serve like a Leo, whether it's a Leo man or a Leo woman. Um, for me also, for an Aries, if I'm not mistaken, has a karmic relation. Yeah, has a karmic relationship, or like a karmic position with Virgos. You understand, where it's like the Aries that really really owes the Virgo and not the other way around. So that is where I get the problem, where I'm like where it's like I have unfavorable positioning with them as an Aries. But you know um that's just how I feel it when I feel as though I'm not being a servant to the servant, and or when the Virgo is being a servant but not really serving. You get what I'm saying? They're just serving because they're serving someone else. You understand? Which is the Leo. And I'm sorry if I seem so confusing. You understand? I'm very sorry. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Oh, I usually do this at the beginning of the video, but I will probably be mukbanging. And this, I've been eating it yesterday. This is Lay's salt and vinegar flavored chips. Okay, salt and vinegar. So it's almost done. So sometimes when I'm recording, I get very hungry. Cashews, cashews. Okay, and of course I have a gallon of water. I'll probably be drinking that. I drink a lot of water. So sorry about that. Okay. So I think that, mind you, my relationship with all the signs seem to be very horrible, and that's the purpose of me doing my channel. One of the reasons I did my channel is to really show myself and to show others how to interact with other signs if you're having problems like me, you know, um, interacting with other signs, especially if you're an Aries, because Aries is one of the signs that is very misunderstood. So, and then if I look at my chart, all my houses are in the opposite signs. All my planets are in the opposite houses. So, all my planets, yeah, they are in the opposite signs planet. Okay, for example, my Virgo is in the 12th house. Pisces is in the 6th house for me. That is the very opposite sign. So um it goes back to, you understand, as I'm struggling, it goes back to having a balance of both signs, drawing energies from both signs at the right time. You understand, to have a balance. You understand, and and that is the antidote. You understand, but I still struggle with this, and it wasn't me that came up with this idea of being balanced. You understand, because I felt as though if I had the opposite sign, that I will either be fine or not fine. and both of them happened. So he said that, I think it was a man. This was online. The person said, I don't really remember my comment, but I said something as I thought I'll be fine because I had it in the opposite houses or whatever. And he said, no, it's about balance. And that struck a chord with me. And I'm just trying to learn how to balance that. So that's the reason for all this rambling on and on and on. But yes, it's kind of like servant wants to serve servant, while servant is trying to serve servant. But it's kind of like they they are coming from very, very different angles, and it might not be in an angle that is serving the other one, even if they're both serving the other one. You understand? So, and then again, that's the flip side of, that's another flip side what I'm about to explain. It's kind of like I have South Node in Leo. So even though my North Node is in Aquarius, I I instinctively know how to be a princess, how to have somebody serve me or want to serve me, even if it's an act. You understand? I know how to do that. You understand? I know that a lot of times when I see Virgos, I feel like what I feel like what attracts Virgos to Aries or to someone like me is because of our Leo placements. I mean, apart from Aries, of course, yes, they can, something pure, something innocent. You get what I'm saying? Something pure, something innocent. That's Aries. But then just having a pure heart, you understand? Just having a pure, just having warmth. You understand? That's Leo. And if I'm not mistaken, Virgos is one of the sign that I would say is an energy vampire. Like the way they operate, they have to siphon energy off of someone else. Yeah, they just have to. And one of the ways that you siphon energy off of someone is through sex. It's through a lot of things, through communication, through, I don't know. And sex is a lot of things. Sex could mean a lot of things. So, well, sometimes I'll be rambling on it. I have Mercury in Aries. Okay, so and I'm naturally not an organized person, and that's another thing. Virgo is a very organized sign. Even Pisces is a very organized sign. Like I didn't plan on looking like this. If you look at my other videos, if I look cute, I do. If I'm with my wig like now, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. But with Virgo as a servant, you understand? Because Pisces, if I'm not mistaken, is also, how do you say it? Pisces is also like the sign of the servant, even though it's like a victim type of person, somebody who is a natural victim, you understand? Because, yeah, if you look at Pisces, they're very, very vulnerable. You understand? They the fish, they don't have fins, or they have fins, or they don't have legs to walk on. You understand? So it needs to be protected, and it's a very protective sign too in general, especially when it's protected. You understand? So it's also a sign of the perfectionist. You understand? So, oh, what's that? I have to get that out. Excuse me. All right, so that's better. Okay. Anywho, yeah, balance. I think with all the signs, it's just gonna be balance. Like, where's the balance of being a servant, but being a servant that has a heart and that is pure? How can you do that perfectly? How can you execute that perfectly? And I feel that I have it. I have what it takes to, have that balance. However, have I mastered it? I don't know. No, but I believe that I am mastering it. And just with me being aware of me not having a balance of energies is what's helping me, to become balanced, with my energies, and to really, really serve, be a great servant, be an efficient servant, the best way I'm supposed to be. Um, I simply feel that Virgos, the Virgo men and women that I've met, they're servants, but they don't have that heart of serving. They can be nice and things like that, but they don't have that heart. They don't have that warmth. They're coming from a very cold energy of, okay, this is how it needs to be done, and it needs to be done. And that is why they find themselves being attracted to fiery energy, which we naturally have a heart if we're doing something. Fire signs represent passion, especially if it's Aries. And then, are you talking about Leos? Oh my God, they have the biggest heart of all. They're very warm. So, and Leos are like the hottest because it's in the summertime. You understand, with their big warm heart. You get what I'm saying? With all that fur from the lioness, it'll keep you warm. Warmth. And that's what will warm someone like, what do you call it? Virgos. And then you meet a baby. You understand? You meet a baby that has this little fleas, fleas. FLEECE, like, like the ram's fleas, or fur. So, that it's just like a baby, but it will still warm you up. It's pure, it's a baby, but its energy is not really organized. It's an undisciplined child. It's a baby. It's like, okay, it's a baby, it's gonna get away with some things. You understand that Virgo cannot get away with, because they have to always be organized. They have to always be prim and proper. So it was a very hard thing, um, being around Virgo women, or even Virgo men, but I'm talking about Virgo women especially. Um, it was hard because if you don't do things a certain way, if you're not organized, if you're not poised, if you're not graceful, which is the same thing as poised, it's just not going to work out. Like now, okay, I usually just lay down or I sit down anywhere. You understand? They need you to be perfect. You understand? And Aries is just the opposite. Is simply the opposite. It's simply the opposite of Virgo. It's just raw energy, raw. It's too raw. Um, and how do I say? Sometimes it seems like it's cute. It is cute, but in general, it doesn't work for Virgo. So it's kind of like there needs to be a balance of having that purity of heart, having a purity of heart like Aries, and having a big warm heart, a big warm heart, or like a hearth, like a warm hearth, Hearth, like what do you call it? Like Leo. Leo too is pure in a way, which is like a pure, is like someone who is like born royalty, is a pure royal sign, is of royalty. If you see any Leo, they are either a prince or a princess or a king or a queen. It's just natural for them. You understand? And then again, I have my Aquarius in the fifth house. Leo is in the 11th house for me. So even if I didn't want to be acting as though I'm a princess or something like that, it's going to be very, very hard, because then, based on my South Node alone, I've come from many lifetimes of being royalty, if I'm not mistaken, or just having people being servant to me. It's only in this lifetime that I'm learning how to be a servant. You understand? And it has been a very humbling experience, a very horrible experience for me sometimes. You understand? I got it in a lot of ways that would make sure that I know what I'm saying to you right now, even if you don't understand it. It's left for me to understand. I understand it, you know. So when people serve me, I'm used to it. And it looks like as if it's nonchalant. But no, I'm just used to people serving me from a past life, and I'm just learning how to be an Aquarius, how to be independent. And I still have strong, strong, strong Leo from, but just that I'm drawing energy from myself, no, because I want to be pure. I want to have a pure heart. I want to have a forgiving heart. I want people to see me as an innocent person. You understand? With that Aries, you get what I'm saying? But it's kind of like Aquarius is like, what is the truth? What's the reality of things? And that's what I've been learning in this entire life. I've been learning in this entire life. It's kind of like I've had to learn the hard way that even though I don't have any kids yet, I'm not married or I don't have any kids, but it doesn't mean that I'm not supposed to serve children and be like the mother to children. You get what I'm saying? And I feel that strongly, and people understand it, but then they don't really understand it. You understand? They just look at it like, okay, maybe she needs a husband, she needs her own children. But no, it's I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. So how I'm seeing that is, um, in like, so since Virgo is like a karmic relationship for me, so it's kind of like a past life connection most of the time where I see them, and it's recognition on one or both sides. You understand? So you know, maybe in a past life, and I've thought about this for a couple of years now. I I'm like, when I come in contact with especially a Virgo man, it's like I've not been a good mother in a past life. I feel like I'm their mother before they even say it. Or sometimes they will say it first, and I'm like, yeah. Mind you, most of the time, the men that I attract, or even women, like friends, like I behave like their mom. And it's, to me, you get what I'm saying? I got used to it quickly. I got used to it quickly. It's almost as if I'm like a chameleon, like for whatever reason. Like it's like I just morph into the mother. I morph into the mother, and then it's like I take on characteristics of the mother. You understand? I'm really like a chameleon. Like I've noticed that about myself. Like, kind of like a Gemini in that aspect where I can just, morph into someone that you know or something like that. Is very interesting. I just noticed that about myself. So, like I said, in a past life, I could have been a bad mother. I know I was a bad mother. I know I was a bad mother. You understand? And Virgo men and Virgo women, especially Virgo men, they help me to see that. They help me to see that. And I cannot ignore that. And I try to give in this lifetime, since I'm aware of that just a couple of years ago, I try to give like a mother, but it's hard because I'm not their actual mother. And that's where it comes to a servant, serving. And it's kind of like disconnecting from being their real mom with just being a servant, serving like as a mom. You understand? And then again, my middle name doesn't help anything else because because my middle name means grandmother, like maternal grandmother, if we are going to really say it. So yeah, it's kind of like a balance of serving as a mother and actually being a mother. You understand? To like Virgo men and or Virgo women and their children, and or to be honest, like even Virgo men and their children, you understand? And it's like that is the karma of it all. And I have to accept that, because when I look at it, in just our regular day life, this regular physical life, I'm a woman. I'm a natural born woman, so I want to be catered to. You understand? I want it, which means they will have to serve me. You understand? But like when I come in contact with a Virgo, it's hard. I have to serve. And what am I doing? Even for every sign, I'm being a mother because I look like the mother. So how do I serve as a mother? And how do I be a mother? How am I going to be a mother? It's natural for me to be a mother or even a sister, but really is a mother. How do I do that? Which means I have to detach from being a woman, you understand, while also being a woman too. So it's like too many things that I have to do, you understand, in order for me to serve perfectly as a mother who is a servant. So yes, this video is just helping me to intuit into it too. It's a balance of me being a mother to Virgo women and Virgo men. And I have to do that. You understand? And another thing, another thing, because of the positioning that Aries and Virgo have, you understand, it almost guarantees for sex. And sex could be in any way, shape, or form. Sex doesn't necessarily have to be physical. I hope everyone is understanding it. Sex could be mental, sex could be physical as we know it. But, you know, sex is there. Now we know astral projection, part of sex, where you could still be here and you can, go somewhere. You can, you know. Uh, and I talk like am well versed in these areas. No, I'm not. And that's the balancing act of it all. I have to balance everything about myself, everything about my houses, since it comes with opposing energies. Like here, it's not in like a sextile sign, or it's not in somewhere where it's square. It's always in the opposite. So it's kind of like what you see now. It could be totally different the next second, and that is, like the the bipolar effect of these houses of my chart placements. You understand? So, um, yeah, sex. We have like a 6-8 positioning with each other as Aries and Virgo. You understand? So that, even though we are so, I think we have like a how do you say, is it quintessential placement, quintessential semi? I don't know. I'm not well versed in that, but we Aries and Virgo, if you just look at it, we're just not compatible. Energy vampire with somebody who already has a lot of energy that's scattered, or not scattered like Gemini, but just like a baby, like an energy that it's kind of like a baby that has all this energy that doesn't know what to do with it. That just like, and then you have some that says, okay, I need the energy, or I have it, but I need to, I need to siphon, I need to siphon some kind of pure energy off of someone. You see that, you understand? So it doesn't match. It doesn't match. However, my experience as an Aries with Virgo men is usually one of having a powerful sexual um, compatibility, like a powerful sexual chemistry. I've experienced this, like And I never got to physically experience it. But I'm saying, like, yes, I physically got the, you know, sexual chemistry. You understand? I physically got to feel the sexual chemistry. You understand? The obsession, the, infatuation, whatever. They like, oh my God, you understand this guy, you know. I got to feel the sexual chemistry of someone that I don't even think I mesh well with. Like, I mean, as far as astrology is concerned. But to me, with my experience with that, because this is not really a story time. This is just me intuiting into it, giving intuitive talks. I I got to understand that high priestess energy, where it's kind of like, if we were going to do such a thing, even if we're not twin flames, because there was one man in particular that I felt it so strongly. Actually now too, because if I know you have that Virgo placement, you understand, it will kind of like scream twin flame, or like a real solid karmic soulmate. You get what I'm saying? Um, it's like, if we are to come together, you understand, to, you know, how do you say, copulate, you know, I use that word, but what I really meant to say was, if we're to come together in like a union, like in a sexual union, it will have to be like a Heros Gammas type of thing. You understand? Which the Virgo man instinctively knows this. And also the Aries also knows this. It's either one or the other. It's either one or both of them knows. And I think in a lot of times they both know. You understand? Even if it takes a long time for one or both of them to know it, they're still gonna know, because the attraction is so strong, and I don't really know why. Besides what I'm saying, besides what I've been saying, it's like the high priestess type of energy. You understand? Coming together. You understand? And it's a very healing sexual energy, very healing. Like, of all the signs, besides Taurus, besides Taurus, this is like the most healing connection you could ever receive in your life. Aries woman, or even Aries man, or just Aries people in general. Once you see, because in general, romantically, Virgo is not it for me, if it's for women. But for men, because they have this energy that I love, that I resonate with. You understand, or that I feel at home with. You understand? I have a lot of, if you see anything feminine in me, is because I just have Libra rising, and I'm used to, and it may be the Aries, even though I look rough. You understand? If you see me without makeup, I'm rough, look rough. And then I have a Scorpio mom. Yeah, so rest in peace. You understand? So, um, that is where the beauty aspect come from. But I have a lot of masculine placements in my chart. Aquarius is a masculine sign, so it's like I struggle with that feminine nature of mine. The feminine side of me that's supposed to be feminine as a woman, and it having South Node in Leo does not make things better for me. You understand? I've lived a lot of lives with my ego, with having to be of status and all that, till this time where I'm really getting a very humble experience, like super humbling experience of how I'm not a Leo anymore. So I know that Virgo men, most of the time, they're attracted to me because of my South Node, even though I know they're attracted to the Aries, of course. You understand? But that is my train of thought. See, like now, this I think I look like Pisces. Pisces, their colors is black and white, if I'm not mistaken. Is it a coincidence that I'm an Aries, look like a Pisces, I'm a Pisces Aries, and then this is we're doing a video on a Virgo. So now it will work. It's working because we're in a mutable season of um what's this called? Sagittarius season, and Virgo is a mutable sign. I think Pisces also is a mutable sign. Yeah, these are all three mutable. So why should I be struggling? Why should I be struggling with Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini? Gemini also is a mutable sign, and is what do I have in the ninth house? Gemini. I've already explained that before, so forgive me. I'm intuiting into it as I go along, and don't forget I have Mercury in Aries. My Aries is in Mercury for me. Mercury is in Aries, so yeah, um, yeah. Sexual connection is mad. It's crazy. It's crazy, even if it's a little bit, because I don't usually feel like I'm sexually compatible with people, and that's another thing, especially men. Like so it's hard for me. You understand? That was one of the problems in my last relationship. Like with my last relationship, when I was with a Taurus, very sensual, very before I got into a relationship, I thought that I would be a jackrabbit type of person. I thought, like, because he was the one that took my virginity, and I thought I would be jackrabbit type of person. It didn't mean I was pure, even though I was a virgin. So that's the thing about Virgo, and just having that high priestess energy, Aquarius or even Aries. You understand? So you know, he's very sensual. He took his time. And he was always like that. And me being a princess like type of person, being used to, just used to being served. You understand? He just, he's very sensual. He kissed me all over my body. It took me a long time to understand that, Taurus. Anyway, he was my man. That's the only reason why I entertained it. Doesn't mean that I have not entertained some types of hoodlums, even if I didn't really want to. Yeah. So that is that. So um, yes, the sexual connection is very healing, very healing. Like the energy alone is healing. It's healing. And like I said, besides Taurus, this is the number one sign that you need not to disengage from, like disconnect from. Like you can disengage from it, but it's not gonna behoove any of you because both of you are two servants who need to serve. You you need you need to use that energy to serve others, like children. You get what I'm saying? Like for me, like I said, I'm a servant by nature now. It took me a long time to realize. Sorry, it took me a long time to realize that I'm a servant. So I don't mind serving children. Children, they naturally, especially when they're younger, they are in tune with my energy. I'm there to serve them. I'm there to love them. I'm there to take care of them. Like a mother, you know? And like I said, sometimes like a sister. You understand? So, but the problem with me is that I feel like I was operating under my, or that I tend to operate under my Leo, my South Node energy, Leo. I pull from that energy so much that people would think I'm a Leo. Um, so I tend to be, I intrude a lot. I intrude as a mother, and then the child becomes extremely attached to me. And of course, it brings out jealousy in the woman, because mind you, I am being a chameleon knowingly and unknowingly, like becoming their mother. You understand? Because I have the nutrients that they need, like emotional nutrients, especially growing up in African homes. My mother, she was an African American woman, but I didn't have time to stay with her. You understand? I didn't really have a long time to stay with her. And I believe that's also like a Scorpio trait. Did I? Yeah, I did. I think I did seasonal feelings about Scorpio. But I didn't do it about Scorpio men and Scorpio women like how I'm really, really doing now in this video and in the past. So, especially Leo season. Leo season, I think, was perfect with how I executed the readings and what I like to do during the season. But, I can only do that when I have access to, um, what they calling it? If I have access to, laptop, like how I do right now. Um, yeah, sex. And I've never had physical sex with a Virgo. Well, not that I know of, but I'll say physical sex. Yeah, with Aquarius, or even Aries, you have to be very truthful. You know, um, I really got into astrology at the age of 18. So that's a whole lot of things that I don't know, even if, I was still a virgin until this thing. Like I said, I wasn't pure. So, what is- yeah, healing sexual energy that we never like. It's kind of like, and that's the thing. I know there's this powerful sexual energy, but I want to feel it physically. I want to feel it physically. Aries is a very physical sign. Um, Before we even, let's not even talk about Aries right now. Leo, that South Node in Leo is mad. Like my ego, like is hard. I want to feel. I want to feel the spiritual, sexual energy physically. You get what I'm saying? And my North Node in was it Aquarius is kind of like saying nah. It's not even kind of like saying nah. It's like flogging me to submission, whipping me to submission. Like no, that's not how it is. We're gonna play this in this lifetime or from now on henceforth. And that's so hard for me. That is so hard for me as someone who used to be a Leo or who has been Leo, had a lot of Leo placements in my chart where I'm just like, yeah, you understand? If if whether it's someone else, whether it's somebody else's man or not, past life, I could just be like, yeah, I need it. You understand? I need you. Come here and do it for me. I'm the queen. It's like there's no queen. What you have is high priestess, What you have is you're an Aquarius. So lose the ego is hard for me. But like now, I said I'm very aware of it, and that I have to operate like a Virgo, and it's like I have to be better Virgo than Virgo because it's like they don't have the heart, and that is where the Leo comes in play of having the heart of being a servant, serving with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. You get what I'm saying? Being loyal to being a servant. You understand? Not just, oh, die, okay, I'm about it, this, and just cold, and you just do it, okay, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Oh, perfect. Yeah, no, there's more to it. You understand? So that's why I said I believe that I have the whole mix, the whole um, combination of things I need in order to really, really perform as a servant, as a servant. But I need to develop that. And Virgo teaches me that. Uh, yeah, from my experience. I have to serve, even if it's to my detriment, because back in past lives, I used to be able to get what I want without having to suffer, without or or without having my ego suffer. At least my ego has suffered so much in this lifetime. My ego has suffered. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Aquarius is like no ego, no ego. So, and it's funny that I'm saying ego, but ego is the same way that we say ego in Igbo. Ego means money, so no money. Now, how do you tell somebody like me with a South Node in Leo that no ego, like we don't have any money? I don't have any money. I don't. That I have to beg in this lifetime. Oh my goodness. And that's the reality of it. That's the truth of the situation. And you get what I'm saying? We're living in a physical world where the physical part of it means ego. You understand? There has to be a physical manifestation of something. You understand? But then I think Aquarius, or I know that Aquarius challenges you to not delve into the physical things. I mean, it's there. It's all there. It's always a mask. The ego is a mask of who you truly are. You understand? And for me, that is, I'm a servant. No matter how I look at it, I've tried to look at it many different ways, and that's the reason why I've been having problems with a lot of signs. However, however, um, I feel like Virgos. And yes, I mean, Virgo is a very critical sign. So I could criticize you too. I feel like Virgos, they don't really have the heart of a servant like a Pisces would. You understand? And see? See? And that's why I have my Pisces in the sixth house. Serving. Serving with my creativity, serving with other people's creativity. That is children. Children, you create. We are a result of creation. You know, and all that. Uh, so it's like I have to become Virgo in order for me to serve well. I have to become Virgo and Pisces. So like a balance of Virgo and Pisces, being creative with how I'm serving or how I'm being a servant. You understand? And that is the balance that I have to get with, dealing with Virgos, Virgo men or Virgo women. And hopefully I'll be able to get that sexual healing in the physical life. But I'm not really thinking like that.
Oh, I don't want to really be. I'm coming out of that. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But yeah, and it has to happen at the perfect time. You understand? Like now, I know even like if someone should sleep with me now, I'm not my chakras are not aligned well. I don't have stable um I don't have stable chakra, or even sacral chakra. So I need to work on that. You understand? So and sex to me, to be honest, like when if it's sex with a woman, then what girls, we just like to have fun. Girls like to have fun. You understand? So most of the time, tuning into that energy with just being with another woman is easy, is easier. But with men, with men, I don't usually joke with sex with a man because it looks like I'm playing like an Aries, but I don't joke with sex because yes, it's very sacred. And I've met people who say sex is sacred, but they don't, their energy alone tells me that they don't value sex. I value sex with a man. I value sex with a god. And Virgos, they are the ones that make me believe in God. They do. They do. Um, you know. So maybe in the past life I've, misused the opportunity of being how do you say, or I have taken for granted the sexual energy that I had and that was given to me by Virgos or something, because I mean, if I was a Leo, that definitely had a lot of sexual energy, sensual energy, because Leos distract me as that very, very sensual. I can, uh, well, even yeah, it could resemble Taurus. When I see, well, and yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, when I see a woman that has Leo in a chart, I'm instantly attracted to her. I love it. Like it's like kindred spirit. Like we know, or I know. You get what I'm saying? I know she has like maybe a Leo moon or a Leo Venus, or I don't want to say Leo rising, but yeah, something Leo about her is really strong. I'm attracted to that type of energy. Um, with Leo men, and I know this is a Virgo video, um, but like I said, we're under mutable energies, and I am operating as a Gemini now. I'm operating as a Gemini. I think the Gemini in me and maybe the Pisces, the Pisces of my Aries, cause let me not confuse you guys. I think the Gemini in me made me to put on this makeup today. You understand? And even put eyeshadow, like lather the eyeshadow on my eye, you know, to put on eyeshadow. So, what was I explaining? Yeah, I need to balance all my chakras. Yeah, I need to balance all my chakras because it has to be perfect. You understand? It has to be the way I imagined it if I'm ever going to, you know, um, copulate with a Virgo man. Like, why do I keep saying copulate? If I'm going to, yeah, if I'm going to lay with him, and I don't know if that will ever happen in this lifetime. And it's taking everything out of me to say that, because I really need that sexual energy. I really need that healing energy. And it's kind of like even with the Virgo man, it's kind of like Virgo man, yeah, you are the high priest, but you don't have the heart, you don't have the purity, the innocence of what it's like to be a high priest. You're just like, oh yes, I got to do this, I have to do this. Yeah, that's the Virgo energy, yeah. But you have to be able to draw from Pisces, who does not have an ego with seven, which Virgo, you don't have an ego too because you're a seven. But at the same time, when I see you guys have an ego. You low key have an ego. You show it at all times with sometimes some of your erratic behaviors. You show it, you know. You show it. Like, it's like, yeah, I get this thing done. You have to be perfect, blah, blah, blah. No, you get what I'm saying? When you do it, you have to be in tune with people's feelings. That's the Pisces side of it. That's the opposite side. You have to be in tune with, oh, this woman wants to be touched. Yeah, touch her. See, now that's the manipulative energies of, I think, Pisces or even Virgo. I don't know, because a lot of times, I feel like a Virgo nowadays, especially like when I go to church, I have to be a Virgo, and I struggle with that. That's why I struggle with everyone. I just have to be a perfect servant, whether I'm in Pisces or no. Just have to be a perfect servant. I have to serve well, and nobody cares about my feelings. And I shouldn't be bothered about that because I'm a servant. I'm there to serve. I'm a servant. Even though I'm a princess, or I'm supposed to be a princess, or even though in my mind I feel like I'm a princess, I'm really a servant. And that is what Virgo teaches. Virgo teaches you how to be a servant, how to serve God. You understand? And and as a woman, it's kind of like how I feel, even physically, how to serve sex. It's not really just a physical thing. It's very spiritual. And if it's true what I'm saying, as it being spiritual and sacred, then you don't really need to ever have to use your body. Even though you have this body. So that's what I'm learning. And like I said, it wasn't very easy. It wasn't very easy. Like now, it's always one Virgo man or the other, especially one particular Virgo man that stays on my mind all day long. Like every time I think about him because I want to have sex with him, you know. Because I know that if I have sex with him, physical sex with him, I'll be healed. But then again, spiritual sex, that's the thing. You understand? Because then it has to be that servant. You're a servant. You're not here to enjoy yourself. You understand? You're here to serve and enjoy serving, you know. So what I really feel is like is as though you know for Virgo men and women, especially Virgo men, I need to serve as their mother. Well, however that means, or even like a sister, but really like a mother. You understand? And with the Virgo women, even Virgo men, I have to serve their children like as if I was their mother because the Virgo women don't understand what it's like to be a mother. Like Iyanla said, she was a very horrible mother, and I believe it. She's a Virgo. She was a very horrible mother. And okay, I've already said. So, you know, that's just one example of somebody who is like a Virgo sun. I believe so. If I'm wrong, if she's not a Virgo, if Iyanla is not a Virgo, then disregard what I'm saying. So she never fails to use every opportunity or some opportunities to reveal that, hey, I was a horrible mother. I know. You understand? Well, I didn't know but before she told me, but I still knew. You get what I'm saying? Just with her way of doing things, I could tell. You understand? Um. So what else again? Um. I believe that I have hit home, kind of, sort of. I've hit home of what I needed to say. Um. Yeah. As Virgo men, You're a high priest, but you don't do it well. You don't really do it well. You think you're doing it well, but you're not. You either go from one extreme to the other. You either doing it in a very good way, which is bad, or a very bad way, which is also bad. So you have to come to a balance for you to be perfect with what you're doing, and then it's perfect. It's perfect, and then you'll find out that being perfect is not even perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I know I rambled on and rambled on. High priestesses. Yeah, you Virgo women. Yeah, you give discipline, yeah, but still in general, thumbs down. Because you're probably around too many Scorpios, who is also a disciplinarian also, and they didn't really teach you what it means to have a pure heart like a Leo and or like an Aries, and or you siphon their energy so much. Virgo men or Virgo women, Virgo men too. You're not slick. Yes, you're not slick. You are, but then you're not. Anyway, even Virgo women, they think they're slick. I mean, they are. I mean, the only reason why you think you're slick is because you do things perfectly. You understand? You're a servant, you serve, you serve, you serve. But no, they balance. Okay, now let me tell you that one. Balancing is perfect. Being balanced is perfect. Okay? Being balanced is perfect. Not being all the way bad and then thinking that you're being all the way good. You can't even be good because you don't have balance. You can't be good. Even as you think you're doing good, you don't know because you know when you go to Leo, you siphon the energy, you siphon it, you don't that's all you do, I'm sorry, no. You have to connect within yourself, the balance. And that is why. And that is why, the sex is spiritual. That is why it could be very spiritual because you tune into yourself. You understand? You don't have to suck it from someone else. You don't have to suck it from another woman, or you don't have to suck it from a woman and then leave her high and dry. Are you kidding me? Is this how you want to insult your mother? Anyway, women too, you know, you have children, but you don't know how to take care of them. You don't know how to give love. You think that giving money is love. No. We all know you can make money. You're the queen of coins. You better know. You better make money. But you get what I'm saying? The pure essence of being a mother, of serving your children, of being a servant to your husband, whether he's a Leo or not. Your husband is not the only one that you need to serve, Leo or not. You have children to serve, not children to abuse. And don't push away the natural born mother or grandmother or granny, because that's what my name means. My middle name means, my middle name, Nene, means money. I mean, grandmother, you know. So maternal grandmother. So don't push. You get what I'm saying? Don't push away women who are here to serve you, like how you've been doing. You understand? You don't have a pure heart, and that is why you're around Leos. That is why you are around Aries. So if you're siphoning off their energy and feeding off of them like an energy vampire that you are, the least you could do is respect them. Respect that they're on the same level as you, which is being a servant. And both of you need to serve. And both of you need to have a balanced relationship for things to work so that they can help you be a mother. You're a horrible mother. And you're supposed to be a high priestess. So I've spent this lifetime so far figuring out that I'm supposed to do the work that you're supposed to do that is natural for you. You the high priest, high priestess archetype. Especially now we're talking to the women. You the high priestess archetype. So now in this new age, now there's a new high priestess. You understand? And that's going to be the Aquarius woman. Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus, Stellium, whatever. You understand? Taking care of the kids that you leave suffering. You get what I'm saying? That barren women or single women like me look really good. Oh, we look better than you that had all the children in the world. God gave you children. You don't take care of them. You think that just your discipline, taking them to school and beating them senseless or whatever, keeping them away from their siblings and stuff is what is up with mothering, and being extremely wicked and extremely controlling and narcissistic. That is what is and embarrassing them and harassing them and pushing them away when they don't do what they say you what they say, what you said that they should do. You think that's what's being a mother? As you're being a high priestess, you need to remember that you're a mother. And since it's not getting into your brain the right way, we are here for it. Someone like me is here for it. I'm here to serve as a servant, even though I didn't know. Now it's getting into my brain that even though you had all those children, they are mine. And even though you know you didn't know it in the right way, you don't know how to respect servants, even though you are a servant. So, anyway, thank you for teaching me that I'm a servant. I'm here to serve as a mother and, and be a sister, even if it's a God sister. Usually, I feel like Virgo women, especially, I'm like their God sister, you know. And even Virgo men too, I usually feel like I'm their God sister. You understand? I'm like the sister that they prayed for or whatever, you know. And yeah, I'm here, and we're gonna do it the spiritual way, whatever. Whatever, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm going to do things, and um I don't downplay whatever you've done for me, Virgo men, Virgo women. Um it's just that I've been made very humble, and I am humble. I'm very humble. I'm very humble. I'm very humble. However, I have to be a high priestess and I have to do your work too, like a mother, and care, give you unconditional love like a mother. And I can't be worried about you giving that back to me. Because even though you are the mother, I'm really the mother and the grandmother. The grandmother. So that is all I have for this video. I think this video will be more of my seasonal feelings reading, or I'll just say it's my seasonal feelings slash um my seasonal feelings slash my seasonal feelings for the Virgo season slash what slash my experience with Virgo as slash Aries experience with Virgo people or with Virgos. I don't know, but I'll think about it. But yeah, this video has been long, and I don't feel that anything is bad with that. I need to catch up with Libra, and like I said, I think I've done Scorpio, so it wasn't in order, but I am trying to serve the best way I can, and I want to apologize to you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising people, for not doing your um seasonal feelings, um, for not doing this seasonal feelings on time or whatever. Um, I need to stop doing that saying whatever. It makes me seem as if I'm nonchalant. But um, yeah, hopefully you were able to understand what I'm saying. This is the seasonal feelings slash experience with Virgos, you know, and this is for in respect of the Virgo season that has passed. And I hope I was able to make some kind of sense. Um, I hope I was able to make some kind of sense. And thank you so much, Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising people, or just Virgos in general, for teaching me, um, lessons that I need to learn from you. I appreciate it. I love you all. Um, and I accept being a servant. And I pray I don't feel like being a servant, even though I failed a lot of times. But I am honored to serve as your mother in this lifetime. And I'm sorry that I've been a bad mother in this lifetime and in the past life. Okay? I love you dearly. Um, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I've been crazy. I've been nice. I've been whatever. I love you guys. I love you all. I love you. And to Virgo women, thank you for playing mothers in my life, whether you knew it or not. I'm ready to be your mother, and I'm ready to be your god sister. I'm ready to be a sister, and I'm ready to take care of the children. I'm ready to take care of them because that is what is my duty. That's what my duty is. And I'm ready to serve you. I'm ready to serve you. I also need respect. I don't need disrespect. And even if I'm passive aggressive about it, I still need to be respected. Because I'm helping you, duh. I'm helping you to do your job so you do a better job. Because all the glory will go to you anyway. So I'm done rambling on and on. You understand? That is what Virgos have taught me. And thank you so much for tuning into Intuitive Talks with your host, Adanina. Um, I've intuited into it. You've intuited into it. We all intuited into it. I intuited into it. And I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. Take care, everyone. I love you. Happy holidays. And happy Sagittarius season. We're still in Sagittarius season. So take care, everyone. I love you. Mwah.